This is a trade where it was a day where we made about 7 grand, and this was a really good trade. So I was recording it. I record usually all my trades, and I just kind of I'll post them just for like practice and tutorials for you guys to kind of understand. I'll click, I'll pause, I'll play this video, I'll put some stuff in slow-mo so you guys can see what I'm kind of going through and what my just what my thinking process is with these trades. So let's go ahead and play this. As you guys can see, so right here is a 10-second time frame, and then above here is a 1-minute time frame. I place my entries and my exits always on a 10-second time frame, but I do keep in mind of the 1 minute, the 5-minute, and the day time frames too. But I normally put my entries and exits here. What this is called right here is, so we see it go up, and we see it hit a level of 414. So it hits a resistance level right here, and we see it go back down, and then we see it go back up to that same level, and guess what? It just goes right back down again. So now, if we draw this line just like right over here, so we see it go up, go down, go up, and then go down, and now it looks like it's going back up. So a lot of traders or in the stock market, if you're always watching like the charts, so this is something called a triple top breakout, or a flat top breakout. I normally call it triple top just because sometimes it normally happens in three times, but sometimes it could be more or less. But it's a flat top breakout. So a flat top breakout is like, hey, it's gonna go up, go down, go up, go down, go up, go back down if it has to, and then it goes back up like that. So it's like a little triple top breakout. So that's essentially what this is. As you can see, so right now it hits a high of $4.14. So we want to place an entry here at 415 or 416. So whenever we see price break above 414 is when we want to go ahead and place a trade, because again it's a flat top breakout setup. So let's go ahead and we're gonna play this. So as you can see, so it looks like it's about to go up. So we're looking for a trade here. It's not there yet, but it's trading at 409, 410, and then boom, right there at 414. And we're gonna go ahead and glance back at the time and sales order right here. So right here, as you can see, it's at 415. So it just broke out, broke above 414, and now we're gonna go ahead and place a trade here. I always look at this if I'm about to place a trade. And again, like those candlesticks are just reflecting what we're seeing here. So I'm out, like my eyes are always on here for a setup or for any setup. And then so as soon as we hit 415, 416, then boom, we see a nice breakout. So it's that same breakout pattern I was showing you. So we got in at 413 right here. 413. We just sold a little bit right here. So we're sold. So we're selling just a few right there. And what we're looking for here is, so we want to see if they can continue to go up. That's our whole goal here, because I mean, on a winning trade, I just don't, I just don't buy right here and I sell everything over here. I always want to sell a bit right here, and a bit over here, then a bit over here, and then a bit over here. So right now, like my average would be somewhere around here for selling out, and it's just, again, it creates a bigger winning position there, or just bigger winning trades. Now, if it ends up kind of coming back down here to 413, which is like my entry, then I know that it's kind of weak. Then I'm gonna go ahead and sell out of my whole position, but I'll still be up for the day because I just sold a few right here. So I want to look for that continuation. Okay, so we're gonna click play again here. So we want to see like just how it's holding up. So right now it's holding up. It's hitting at that 430 range, that 430, that 435 range, which is good. But what we want to see here is we want to see again, we see a spike, we see it go back down, but we want to see it hold this level. So we want to see strength, and then we want to see a nice bigger push upwards. Of course, past 43 cents. So right now it's at 443 is the new high. So at 444, we want to go ahead and make an entry. Now, keep in mind this. So big psychological ranges, it's usually like even numbers, like, $4 or $4.50, and then 5, and then 5.50. So it's at 443 right now. And a big psychological price for, a resistance, price range would be $4.50, because, it's 450. It's a big, like, even number. Same thing with 5 or 6 or 7 or 750. So we want to keep in mind that, because a lot of times what would happen is it would go up to 450, and then it would go up to 450, and then it would go right back down, because again 450 is just like a psychological number. So what we want to do is we want to see a push upwards, but we want to see a push back or pass 450, because if it can pass 450, then now the next psychological range from 450 will be $5. So now we know if it passes 450, we can hold it longer for maybe close to $5. So we're gonna go ahead and click play here. So again, first we want to see if it's holding up. If it sinks too low, if it goes maybe to 420 or 410 or back to where I'm at, then I want to go ahead and sell. But right now we see it's holding our you know, it's holding that same support level right here, and we want to look for that push up. Okay, so we see it hit 440, so it's ramping up there. It's coming close to 443, and then boom, right there, 444, 444, 444, 444. So straight at 444 right now. So now we see that it just hit a new high, but we know that, hey, 450 is a new, you know, it's also a psychological range too that's approaching. So as we're gonna click play, hits 444, and then in an instant hits 450. So on something like this, you know, just with the momentum, just how, you know, just how it looks, just because of how strong the support level is, most likely we can, you know, confirm that this is probably going to break past 450, and indeed it does. So 450, and it goes 452, jumps up to 455, all the way to 465. So obviously, you know, we just sold a little bit right there earlier, you know, which is great because again, we're trying to average up here. But at this point though, I realized that. After this candlestick, after this move, I realized that it was just kind of moving a little bit slower. It was kind of weakening. So I just thought that push just wasn't the best. So that's why I went ahead and I sold the full position here. Just because I just thought it would have been a bigger move. You know, we see a red candlestick here forming too. Some more selling pressure. Again, just overall, I just thought it was kind of slower. So I ended up selling the whole thing. But on this day, I did make, you know, just shy of $7,000. And this was one of the better trades.